Hey, you are along for the ride with Mad Dog and Cole. Turn it up, Farrell. What up?
Lakes are like oceans without the politics.
I decided to fly through the air and live in the sunlight and enjoy life as much as I could, and that's just what I'm doing.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm. Wait.
Through the power of modern technology, we've lost the first part of episode 36, but we want to be sure and thank Mr. Evil Knievel for those inspiring words. We should all take a minute, live in the sunlight. You don't have to fly through the air, but do something you love.
And of course, we need to thank all of our first responders keeping us safe here on the home front, along with all the brave men and women fighting in the armed forces, not only here at home, but all over the world, keeping us safe and letting us do this podcast.
Thank you so much, Kicker Performance Audio. Find them at kicker.com. All your 12-volt audio needs and personal audio needs. Kicker.com. Check them out. And of course, Bomber Eyewear, the floating eyewear. Sunglasses in all different styles, all different shapes, all different colors. And they're super reasonable. Check them out at bombereyewear.com. Get on there and order yours today. The Premix Podcast. Our boy Cole sharing his passion for desert racing and all things desert, maybe even just cactus, through the lens, man. And I know we're going to get into this, but you got some desert races coming up. If you need to get a hold of Cole, get some pictures of your rig while you're racing, hit him up on Instagram at the Premix Podcast, ThePremixPodcast. Cole, what you got coming?
Coming right up this weekend is the More Transactional Engineering Challenge.
Wow.
So that's kind of like our home race, if you will. That's on the stomping grounds in Johnson Valley. Got some property right there. It's where I learned to ride, and I know you rode out there growing up as well. So it's a fun race, and what's fun about that is it's either perfect weather or it's freaking hot. And right now it's showing about 90 degrees and windy, so it's not going to be a race for the sissies.
No doubt. You know what? Any race in Johnson Valley is not a race for the sissies anyways.
That's true. Unless I'm racing Jack, then it's race for sissies. But other than that, it's not a race.
You're gonna eat those words when you boys end up in a class 11 and he's your right seat.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's fine. He knows how to change a tire, I think. Got to keep him humble, though, you know?
Sir Jackie Farrell, the Royal.
Sir Jackie.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Dude, that's awesome. So if you're heading out there, be sure and hit him up at the Premix Podcast on Instagram. Get you some photos of your race action and
Absolutely.
Check it out.
Yeah, and thanks to Bomber Eyewear for the care package. It could not have come at a better time right before this very hot race. So I'll be out there styling with my kicker audio blaring in the media rig. So it's all coming together.
Rad, dude. Yeah, and you know, those are safety lenses also. And so you know your eyes will be safe, probably safer than your camera if you get a little close. So
absolutely. I don't know how long they'll keep my eyes from burning when I'm staring at the sun all day, just directly at it. But you know what? That's not Bomber's fault.
All day, I can tell you, all day. Yeah, been there and done that. Speaking of that,
yeah, you're looking tan.
Yeah, dude. We just shout out Kicker Marine Audio. We just had Desert Storm 2023 powered by Kicker Marine Audio. um, here in Havasu. And when you're watching this, you'll notice that the background appears not my office, which is correct. I am actually in a hotel in Lake Havasu City because I do live on the other side of the lake. Uh, I have to stay over here to make sure I'm available 24/7. So, pretty rad deal, but nice little hotel, Hampton Inn, right on the lake. I've got a beautiful city view of nothing, a concrete building, and a road. So, London Bridge Road. So, that's pretty rad. Um, no, man, Desert Storm, holy cow. It started out, and that's a huge event for kickers. So, we, they bring a lot of, a lot to this party. And Desert Storm itself is just all about, um, family boating fun for the weekend, bringing out your big, bringing out, I'm sorry, dude, you're cut your beard off, and I just can't stop looking at it. I just love that. Folks, if you've watched any of our videos, Cole used to have a big giant beard, and now Cole has a Mad Dog stash, and I'm pretty damn proud of him. So,
Yeah, I don't think I cut it from episode 1 until last week. So we had 35
yeah,
episodes of growing beard, and now I have the beautiful handlebar. I just felt so inspired.
it looks good. It looks very along for the ride-ish.
It's a standard issue.
So, yeah, man, right?
Sorry to distract you from
part of the
your Desert Storm story, but
part of the uniform.
part of the
So if you've
uniform.
never heard of or seen Desert Storm, um, it basically kicks off Thursday with a street party, if you will. The park up on McCullough Street is closed up, fenced off, and all downtown, I believe 6 blocks of downtown Lake Havasu are completely blocked off and loaded with boats and booths. And then Kicker being title sponsor, also of that, has a massive 150-foot booth in the park area. They call that the eye of the storm. And it's kind of the main attraction point. Although when you have probably well over $2 billion worth of boats, at least $1.5 billion, lining the streets, it's its own attraction for sure. So, dude, just getting ready for it, getting set up. It's a big event. For the Marine side, it's as big as Sandsport Super Show for the off-road side,
Wow.
Massive event. And holy cow, great turnout, even bigger turnout this year. And it just insane. So kicker starts, my good buddy Jeremy, that's my kicker boss, if you will, and also one of the other things he does amongst the many things in the marketing department, including events and marketing promotions, is drive their massive semi, which is a completely refurbished NASCAR hauler that is long, low, tall, and freaking beautiful. And he heads out of Stillwater, Oklahoma, corporate headquarters Monday morning, and makes his way out the Interstate 40 and ends up here usually Tuesday afternoon. And Jeremy is like one of my dearest friends. Probably very close to the level of you, Cole. So,
That's saying
um,
something.
yeah, I always worry about him when he's traveling. Um, and this trip, he was on his way out, and between past Albuquerque, heading westbound down, um, running, it's high speed limit out there, running the speed limit. Happened to be in the left lane because the right lane out there in New beat to shit because they don't take care of their roads very well, and blew a driver's side steer tire, and the truck basically jumped up in the air, jumped left, and went off the road through the median. At which point, of course, as soon as it went off the road, he had all the tires that were left locked up through the median, crossed eastbound 40, and many yards out in the field through a barbed wire fence.
Wow.
Yeah, it did a lot of damage to the tractor. And thank you, God. I pray for these guys every day, every time they go on the road. And special thank you, and shout out to the great God of all for protecting those boys, because him and his sidekick, Steven, was riding shotgun, and they ended up with bruises on their knees, a couple of small bruises on their knees. So, yeah, I mean, you don't slow 75,000 pounds down real quick on dirt. So frightening, absolutely frightening, scary for me, my friend, and holy cow. And on top of it, the logistics involved when you're prepared to fill 80 some feet with a semi, um, that you have to start putting a plan B together immediately. And we did have a plan B together. Um, Jeremy is so focused, so smart, and so good at what he does that he was on extraction of the vehicle, um, safety checking the trailer. Obviously, the tractor was not movable, lining out a rental rig, finding a way to Albuquerque the next morning to pick up a rental rig, going back, hooking up to the trailer, getting the trailer disengaged from the truck, which was a challenge in itself. And and just all that stuff. Then to have gone through that, I mean, you're dealing with very, very new tires. So who knows? And then you just went through a seriously traumatic incident, um, and to jump in a rented truck that's basically a piece of crap Mac day cab, check everything works, trailer safety's out, and get on the road. And he made it west of Albuquerque still Tuesday.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
That's some grit and determination.
yeah, the man is driven. I mean, I really admire that. And holy cow, and he got up, got going uh, Wednesday morning, and he was parked, lined up, parked, and in our spot with the trailer in Lake Havasu by between 5:15 and 5:30 Tuesday. Um, and man, just what kind of grit and balls does it take to just jump in and make it happen?
Yeah, that's a
And
man on a mission.
yeah, for sure. And so, that being said, I did a lot of background work. I had a lot of stress trying to get things lined out, and dealing with people that were uh, kind of freaking out, thinking it's not going to be here and sky is falling. Well, the sky isn't falling. We've got a plan. We've got it figured out one way or the other. The show must go on. So, and uh, I knew that he was going to put his head down and make it happen if he could. And if I didn't hear from him, I was pretty sure it was going to happen. So, yeah, it was rad. I went up there Wednesday morning to the site, met with the crew, laying the sites out, parking everybody, and everybody was well aware of the situation. I had all the assets locally that we were using, razors, the boom tune, uh, custom hot rod, had them all in space and actually blocking the space so people couldn't, make a mess of our area.
Smart.
So that we had to move one thing when he got there, move the boom tune, pull it out, boom, get the semi parked, and get the boom tune back where it is. And for those of you who don't know what the boom tune is, we're going to get to that in a minute. But yeah, from there on, man, it was just game on, get set up. Thursday morning, put the big awning out, get everything positioned, get everything handled. I love working with that team. Jeremy and I have worked together a lot, and we're close, so I kind of know how he wants things done, so that helps. And dude, we just made hay, and event opened, and boom, there was people there, and it was on the gas till 10 o'clock that night. The party was raging. The boom tune, now that we're back to it, we have the boom tune in the booth also, which those who don't know what a boom tune is, a boom tune is a kicker sponsored double decker, roughly 32-foot tri-tune that has 4 15-inch subwoofers in the front, built-in custom cabinets that are on the other side facing those face in. It's got a horseshoe bar with taps. Center pontoon has been adapted to house 2 full-size kegs and much, much, much ice. The bar is well set up. The whole front fascia of the bar is all grilled, and all the amplifiers are mounted there. It is a complete body experience, dude. I believe there's somewhere around 36 or 40 8-inch speakers on it.
Holy cow.
Couple of 10-inch subwoofers in the back, or 12-inch subwoofers in the back, imported enclosures. And of course the massive 4-kicker L7 solo barrack 18s up front. So
A literal party on the
it's
water.
a beast.
Yeah.
It
and
is
a beautiful ship.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the second deck has a slide, which just adds to the party, man.
It was a big hit.
So yeah, big hit. Everybody loved it. We were cranking out the tunes out of the PA. They were cranking out the tunes out of the boom tune, and it was just rad. It's just such a great time, and a lot of my neighbors came by. A lot of all my friends. I take the ferry back and forth a lot, and a ton of the ferry crew came by to
sweet.
hang out and say hi. It's always a good time. So yeah, it was super rad. And so then we wrapped that day and and we had Sean from Street Outlaws 405 gang. We had his Outlaw Donk.
Oh, really?
In the booth. They brought it out with them. Yeah. So it's a 76 Caprice convertible with a massive big block with a turbo with the intake about the size of your head on it. Just a beast on dubs, slammed, and like internally there's a cage. I mean, it's a race car.
Right. A race car on dubs.
So yeah, race car on dubs with no top.
But it's caged.
Yeah, it's really rad, dude. So
Yeah, well,
that got a lot of attention. It's all pumped up with kicker audio and done beautifully inside. Yeah, it was just so crazy. And we had a brand new, never seen water eliminator 27 that was custom built by one of the eliminator employees who've been there over 30 years.
ooh, so it was a dream build, huh?
Dream build, yeah. So it's oddly enough for an eliminator, it is not inboards.
Huh, how
It is,
that is weird.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's outboards. It's specifically built it to have outboards, and it is the first off the assembly line from Eliminator with factory kicker audio.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. And it sounds great. It looks great. It's a beautiful boat. Yeah, it's just, dude, just over the top build. So, and I have my boat. I got my audio project done. I don't know. Did we cover that
Yeah, I mean, because
last
it
episode?
was going on actively while we were talking to Dustin. So it was
Yeah.
last time we spoke. It was getting down to the wire, and everybody works better with a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, I got it wrapped up, and so I'm at. Let me see. I am at right about 2,600 watts currently. 6 Kicker Marine 8-inch speakers, 2 Kicker Marine 6.5-inch speakers, 2 of the brand new Kicker Marine KMXL compression horn loaded Marine tower speakers built into the rear seats, and 2 of the L7Q Solo Barrack L7Q subwoofers, square subwoofers, built into the back seat. So it came out. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I'm glad that when I put the power to it, nothing caught on fire or didn't pop any fuses. So that's a relief. It was a labor of love for sure, and I'm very pleased with the way it sounds now that it's been tuned.
Yeah, I got to give you credit. The wiring looked very clean, and anybody who listens to this podcast probably has a little bit of experience wiring, and wiring sucks. And there's a couple people out there in the world that are good at it, but the rest of us hate it. And you did a very clean job.
I unfortunately I'm good at it, but I also hate it because I'm so OCD that things have to look right and they have to be right.
That's probably why it didn't catch on fire.
Well, yeah, you're probably right there, but you're an audio guy. Audio signal wire shouldn't run beside each other, right?
Shouldn't.
No. If it's running different signals, it should cross at 90-degree angles. So I had to consider all that. And being OCD doesn't help. At least my wife says I am. Viking says I am. I don't think I am. I think I'm just particular. So yeah, dude, I got that done anyways. Moving on. They were using that to do their photo shoots.
Nice.
So I handed the keys off to the Marine marketing manager, and let him do his thing with, I believe we have 6 or 8 boats they shot Wednesday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So then, Thursday was the party, of course, street party, all hands on deck. Marine pun intended. And then Friday morning, they wanted to shoot the brand new Eliminator first time in the water, and I had the honor of driving the video and camera chase boat, and helping them with that, which I used my boat, but it was a real honor to see that boat in its first time in the water and to be part of the photo documentation of it. And it's probably the only time in my life my boat will ever pass an eliminator.
I was gonna say, how is it keeping up with that with 1,000 pounds of audio equipment in it?
It's I don't think my top speed has changed any, but his top speed is almost 3 times my top speed. So it's about 100 and designed to be 130 to 140 mile an hour boat. Um, with the current engine configuration, it should be 120, 125, and my boat taps out at 49,
Hey, it's respectable.
which seems fast until someone goes by at 55 or 100.
Well, no, jump out of it at 49. It sure is fast.
Yeah, you're telling me, dude. You have no doubt there. But yeah, no, it was really an honor, and so cool. Both so beautiful. Jose did just an amazing job with it. But moving on from that, uh, let me see what else is Friday. We shot that. Oh, the Parade of Power,
Oh, okay.
which the boom tune leads to Parade of Power. I sat out leading the Parade of Power on the boom tune because they kind of screwed up where our poker run stop was going to be. Typically, the boom tune is inside the no wake zone in Thompson Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know where I'm talking about, look at Lake Havasu and look at the points, and you'll find out. And this year, it's new owners of the event, and so there was some information they had that wasn't correct, which is turned out to be not that big of a deal because the wind kind of behaved that morning. So they went straight, led the Parade of Power of well over 170 boats through the channel. And man, it was just like, it was insane. There's so many boats in the poker run this year, so many big boats, fast boats, crazy boats, turbine powered boats, just nuts. But when they exited on the north side of the channel, they went straight north up past Windsor, which is a park right there at the point of the channel. So they went up, and their poker run stop was just up past Windsor, along the shore there. Not real tight, but anyways, yeah. So I knew they were having to run out there, and I knew that the creative team would want to do some more work in the channel and out there and be mobile. So I sat out the Parade of Power and the poker stop, which I did get to watch a lot of it. And that's always so much fun. It's great. My good friend and Red Bull athlete, kicker athlete, Mia Chapman came out for the event to support Team Kicker, and it was super cool to see her handing poker chips out to people. That's how they do the poker run. Instead of doing cards, they do chips, and then you trade your chips in for the cards when you get back to register back in and moored and back to registration. So, but it was really cool to see her, just having a good time, and my daughter, the Keeks, the Keekster, where they use like a big giant PVC pole with a plastic cup on the end, and they put the chips in it, and they have guys up there directing the boats, and the people in the boats have signs with how many hands they have, so how many chips they get. But it was really funny because here's me handing out these chips, and people. I'm sure nobody really gandered that's you know the one of the youngest female motorsports rebel athlete ever is handing them poker chips, and one of the youngest kicker athletes that they ever signed, I believe, also. So, but it was just cool, it was fun to watch everybody having fun. I was doing circles way out with the camera crew. Um, Came up one point. It was pretty wavy out there because of the boat wake from the big boats taking off
Yeah.
and a little bit of wind. I managed to get myself up beside them and offload the camera crews so they could shoot some content there, and loaded up one of our people that had to go back and take care of some business. Went back to the channel, back through the channel, which was a nightmare, probably the busiest I've ever seen it. And it's just a matter of patience. Um, you got to be patient and not do dumb things, which, there's 25% of the people in there that are dumb and do dumb things, and shame on them. And if I knew your names, I would call you out by name. Because you deserve it. You deserve to have your boating card revoked for some of the stuff I saw. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, I got back, dropped our guy off there, and was supposed to go back and pick up the creative team. Got back out almost to the mouth of the channel, and I don't think people need to like check out YouTube for how busy the channel was, because there's literally not 4 lanes, 2 lanes of boats each way, but there's 2 lanes of boats each way.
Yeah, and boats are so fun to control at low speed.
Yeah, and then you get the dum-dums backing offshore or trying to cut in between because they want to try to go to shore. Shore is packed with boats, staged partying, watching the craziness. Yeah, I got almost back out to the mouth of the channel, and they were like, "Never mind, we're coming back with the boom tune."
Ooh.
So yeah, parade day, which is one of the busiest days in the channel. I made six trips through the channel.
A real test of patience.
Yes, patience and yeah, I don't even know about abilities, but I can tell you it's a test of your mental fortitude for sure.
Yeah.
And really, not lying here, dude. When I got back and got the boat slipped, mentally, I was exhausted.
Yeah, I bet.
Because you're watching out for every single other boat, and there's at least 10 around you at any time.
Yeah, it's a parade day all the time, even when it's not parade time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't want to play bumper boats with $1 million boats.
No, and there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to look at. But when you're behind the wheel, when you're at the helm, dude, you don't have time to look at any of that stuff. So, but yeah, man, what a day. And then it was get the boom tune back, get it secured, and then the party was on, man. And we had a group from the MTI boats, which are boats that you and I will never ever be able to afford, but are unbelievably crafted, beautiful works of speed. Also, the DCB, some of the DCB club came by the Boom Tune, hung out for a bit, some of the Eliminator people. And it's so cool because like everybody's chill, right? You've got, you know, you've got the DCB guys talking to the MTI guys, the Eliminator guys,
Predator guys and
yeah, talking to the Fountain guys. And, you know, it's like everybody's just hanging out, right? So super rad opportunity to just chill and be cool. And thanks to Captain Frank and Captain Dan that own the Boom Tune, and just are always there for Team Kicker. And Captain Frank is, just he's a freaking machine. Like he handles that 32 footer with a built 350, with a single inboard outboard drive, handles that thing in that kind of traffic in the channel, like a champion. So it's just so awesome. Yeah, so the afternoon, of course, so hot and sunny, and opportunity to go down the water slide and just hang out and drink some, cold Red Bulls, and kind of load up on Powerade. And man, just such a good time. The Viking and the Keeks were there. So, helping out big time with hospitality, and sometimes just putting on a dance party up on the top deck. And so, it was absolutely a great time. So wrapped it, called it night. Sunday morning, the creative crew had to be out of town heading for the airport at 10:30. The speed runs were supposed to start at 9. So we met at the marina and got them out, and it was windy as hell and took forever to get an anchor set. And then we ended up about halfway across their safety buoy line. And so I had to move and reset, got it set, and we sat there till the last possible minute. And they never did get a run in. So I ran them back. In the meantime, a really good friend of mine called me and had tagged a rock with his V drive. Actually, a friend of his tagged a rock with his V drive, and was limping his way from Copper Canyon to Havasu Riviera Marina, and asked
it's a long
if I
way
could.
to go.
Yeah. So I dropped the boys off, wished them good luck, made sure they had everything. I put one, when I pulled in the slip, I had one line and one fender. I didn't waste time with doing any. I was like right back out, right back through the channel, ran down to Riviera, helped him get to a safe spot in the marina. And when his wife had got a ride down, had gotten off the boat and got a ride down to Parker to get his truck and trailer. And when she was up and in line, I cut them loose and said, you're probably going to need a drink when you get done. You're coming towards town anyways to drop your boat off. So, stop by the Boom Tune and relax for a bit. I laid the boots to her. By then, the wind was howling, the waves were up, and managed to bash my way back up and through the channel again.
Stressing me out.
And yeah. So 4 times on Saturday. So yeah. And a really cool thing, the Kicker Marine team, because we're using the boat so much, for camera and chase and everything, actually was able to secure a slip there at the Kokomo's Marina, at the London Bridge Resort Marina, for my boat.
Sick.
So that worked out. It was absolutely awesome. Yeah, man. And then got back and Saturday the boom tune was static at the dock, so it was party all day. Um, Jeremy came over and tuned my amps for me on the boat. And yeah, I mean, just serious props because it was hot in that compartment.
Yeah, I bet. Down in the
Yeah.
foxhole.
Yeah. It's a pretty good sized compartment. Like it was good enough he sat on the batteries, on the containers, not the batteries, but the battery boxes, and was able to do his work right there. So, um, yeah, but he did it the right way, dude. Pulled all the speaker wires and used a voltmeter, um, get everything basically near perfect, and then fine tuned it to ear. Um, and I am very pleased with the way it sounds. Let's just say that.
Well, good. After all that work, I'm glad it's paying off for you.
Yeah, for sure. And huge shout out Kicker Marine Audio, Kicker Performance Audio, Kicker Off Road Audio. Find them online at kicker.com. They have some brand new audio marine products that are just insane. Check out the KMXL line. It's brand new. Compression, horn loaded, giant woofers. Get them in 6.5 inch, 8 inch, and 6x9. They have a whole new line, refurbished line, or not refurbished, revamped line of marine amplifiers called the KMXA line, top of the line. I have the 808 bridge to 4 running 4 Kicker Marine 8-inch marine speakers in my boat that I had to cut into the front. And that amp runs those so well that we have it turned way down. It's running so efficiently. And I believe it was a 800 RMS, and it actually tested and was certified by Kicker before it was shipped at 961 RMS.
That's crazy. It's funny how much they underestimate it, or how undersold it is on the label, you could say.
Yeah, and Kicker's the only one that does that, Um, in most other brand Marine 800 RMS amps are going to tap out at about 760 to 801. But all the Kicker stuff is underrated, and overperforming for sure. Extra value at no extra cost, and that's why you need to check them out at kicker.com. The this event is just nuts. So
Yeah, I was following online. I mean, between your wife and your daughter's Instagram and your Instagram, and then of course everybody but myself was out there this weekend. So I mean, I just couldn't. I can, but I couldn't believe how big that party is out there.
oh yeah, but unfortunately, every time I had time to actually sit down and do social media, the service was so overwhelmed, I couldn't even send a text picture.
It's literally a desert storm of people inside Havasu taking all the
Yeah,
data.
yeah, it was nuts. Definitely rounding myself up a priority hotspot from Verizon next year. Unpaid shout out. But I know somebody that had one and it worked really well for them.
So looking to the future, already got a solution.
Yeah, unfortunately they were so far away I couldn't link, but it worked really well for them. So good for them.
Next year. Next year.
Jerks. um, yeah, man. So it was just like party all day Saturday. Um, Sunday is just kind of basically pack down day. We went up, had breakfast with the team, went up, packed down the semi awning, got everything packed away, put away, and then normally uh, Jeremy would normally Sunday afternoon when we're done, we get a little downtime, a little pool time, nice dinner, and then they get on the road very early Monday morning. Um, but there happens to be another Marine party
This
this
weekend.
week. Yes, which Kicker Marine Audio is also a title sponsor too. And it is called Super Cat Fest West. Look them up on Instagram, find them on Facebook at Super Cat Fest West. And so we had to move the semi, the rental tractor with the XRV on the back, and my truck and trailer, Captain America, and the trailer down. And we were hoping to be able to stage so we didn't have to move it, but that wasn't possible. So it was they were staged in the overflow parking. So yeah, just pre-stage those out there, and then it's a brand new event to Lake Havasu. Super Cat Fest is a huge event in the Midwest, Lake of the Ozarks. Massive, massive, massive event. They wanted to bring it out here, and actually started working with River Dave and trying to get it together. And they've been working on getting the event promoted, and it will be at Havasu Riviera Marina, the brand new one, which is just super, super nice.
Exquisite marina.
Yeah, I heard the homes there start at like 1.5 or 2.
That's probably with no walls.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's something else, I'll tell you. It's a beautiful marina. Um and I cannot tell you, I may never have been in a marina where all the docks are brand new, all the fingers are brand new. They don't move from one side to the other when you step from one side to the other.
No
Um,
holes.
they don't sink when you get out to the end. Yeah, it's nuts. Beautiful facility. So got everything staged out there, and that was Sunday. Yeah.
Everything's blending together, huh?
Yeah, I kind of lost track of everything. So
I mean, with it being a double header,
yeah.
it's like
Yeah, so that was Sunday. And then the crew that was out here from Stillwater was all flying back um to Stillwater Monday morning early, so they left Sunday late afternoon, headed to Vegas, so they could catch the flight early in the morning. They did all get home safe, and so they will. Jeremy uh, and the Western sales manager, who's just a super rad dude, Tracy, will head back out Saturday. I'll break the booth down Saturday afternoon. They'll be here Saturday afternoon, and they will head back Sunday morning, start rolling for Oklahoma.
yeehaw.
Yeah. So yeah, what a killer event. Desert Storm was just always so much fun. I always look forward to it being in my backyard in my hood. And dude, yeah, it's I didn't even have a chance to look at social media like afterwards. I'm like probably 16 tags in different stories. And
Oh,
I,
and they're gone. You don't get to
yeah, and
see
they're
them now.
gone. Yeah.
Maybe you'll get a year ago tag reminder or something. But dang, but then you'll be at Desert Storm again, so you might miss it again.
No, because I will have my super hot spot by Verizon.
I mean, maybe.
If you're listening at Verizon, send me one.
Yeah, you'll get your money's worth. ROI
Yeah,
is
yeah, for sure. Um, so yeah, and then dude, I was so I had a lot of running around to do Sunday as far as like just uh you know handling some stuff after they got out of town Sunday afternoon. Had some stuff to drop off, some stuff to pick up, some banners to get picked up, go cut down, and all that. So you know, yeah, man, it was a full week, and then starting Monday, uh, it was just on the gas for this Super Cat Fest West. Uh, Technically, I think Monday was a day off. Um, I had a lot to do, so I was, relatively busy. And today is Tuesday, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah, so I came back, checked back into the hotel this afternoon. Um, I've had a lot of coordination stuff. I'm kind of trying to, um, I'm kind of the team leader on this one. So trying to get things coordinated and whatnot has been, it's always a challenge. It's even more of a challenge with a new promoter that's um, not done an event this size per se, and a venue that has never had an event there yet. So
Yeah, good
um,
point. Yeah.
there's a lot of variables, but we did manage to get the um, base booth staged tonight, meaning the semi in. Um, our good friends at Elite Audio have their kickered out toy hauler. It's like a little 28, I believe, or 26 fifth wheel. It's really cool. And they've built an external sub box that plugs in underneath and rolls underneath it.
Oh, sweet.
Super sick. External speakers, everything's lighted. And of course, our good friends, Gator Wraps, um, lined up right along the front, right there with us. So the Gator Wraps, super shiny, sick looking green semi, which is just like awesome. The Elite fifth wheel, which is nice because we're going to be able to use it as a home base,
Yes.
because this event has basically vendor display areas open every day. So it'll open Thursday afternoon, 2 to 10, Friday morning, Saturday morning. So
Yeah, so you'll need some shelter.
yeah, a little shelter, a little shade. We will not have the XRV awning up. We're gonna use our big 10x20s, and we'll have a lot of cool stuff there. So really looking forward to that. Um, you know, and just loving it, man. Other than that, dude, just a crazy week. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. I'm stoked to have the boat done. I've still got to get my charge isolator in, um, because I learned very quickly, without a charging source and with a very minimal, like 25-watt solar panel, to keep the batteries up for the audio. Um, if I play it show off loud, it doesn't last very long.
Understood.
So, but yeah, man, super cool. Um, Great event. So thankful for, Kicker Performance Audio at kicker.com, everything they do for me, all the support they give me, and the opportunity to help represent them and be a good advocate for them. The product they supply me, for projects like the boat, where I really didn't want to do it myself, but then in the same right, I did it myself, so I know it's done the way I want it.
Yep. Yep. It's your
So
hands on your boat.
yeah, exactly. I was the one who cut the holes in it.
Yeah.
So it was on the inside, people. Don't panic. Um, so yeah, man, it's just super, super rad. And Desert Storm, man, it's just so much fun. Desert Storm
I know.
2023.
Add it to the list of many things that I eventually need to do at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be so cool to have.
It comes
you
up
out
fast.
here,
It
dude.
feels like it gets warm for a day and then it's Desert Storm. So it's,
Right.
I don't know, it's like a goofy time on the calendar.
Yeah, for sure. And they did finally, side note, they did finally get runs in.
Yeah. Did you see how fast the fastest boat went?
2041, I believe.
2041.
That is, folks, that is not 204. That is 204 freaking miles an hour on water.
And it wasn't glassy either. It was not smooth.
Yeah, no. I think the wind came down a bit, but it never did die,
200 miles an hour. Like, where do we go from here? This is scary.
Yeah. I mean, who's going to beat it next year? Like, what are they going to run next year? I mean, what
Unless
if they
someone
had
brings out their
glassy
hydroplane
water?
or their Formula One boat.
Yeah. Well, still 200 miles an hour, dude.
Yeah.
204.1.
You could get to the turtle bar pretty fast going 204.
Yeah, I wonder how much it costs to fill it at 5.49 a gallon.
I mean, I don't know, probably $1,000, would you think?
At least.
Yeah. But if you have a 200-mile-an-hour boat, I don't think
You're probably not worried about the cost of fuel. Yeah, I would have to agree with you there. You're probably correct there. It's crazy, some of the boats that are out here during storm. I cannot wait because they claim Super Cat Fest. There's even more boats and bigger boats coming.
Wow.
I noticed nobody said faster.
Fair enough.
So, but I while I was down there tonight getting things placed, I walked the docks, so I knew where our boom tube was going to be static down there for the weekend. And there's a absolutely insanely beautiful MTI, like, I don't know, it's got to be 50-foot center console, with 5, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. See.
I almost went to French.
Don't do
so
that.
I was like, no. Well, in all things being equal, making peace with the French, un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq.
Omelette du fromage.
Yeah. So 5, Merc Racing 450R outboards.
Yeah, and one of those is not, if you had one, they're not cheap.
Right. There's probably freaking $500,000 plus of motors there. And dude, insanely beautiful boat. Well done. Absolutely well done, Team MTI. And yeah, in case you're like me and you're not good at the maths, 5 450s is 2,250 horsepower.
Not bad.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd be okay with it.
it'd be good in a golf cart.
Yeah, that's almost motorcycle power to weight ratio.
Yeah. Kind of crazy. I'm sure it's heavy. It's huge. It's beautiful. Um, but yeah, anyway, looking forward to this event. And man, I'm sure we'll have a recap. Um, we're going to line out with 4-time AMA Arena Cross Championships presented by Kicker Audio champion. Kyle Peters will be up in the next couple of episodes. And we've got some other stuff coming that's going to be great.
Yes, sir.
So we're so blessed to have Mr. Dustin MAddOG'S Jones on the last one. That was a lot
That
of
was
fun,
fun.
dude. That was a lot of fun. Solid dude. So, but yeah, we got some cool stuff coming up. Also, I've got some road tripping coming up. And Cole, what else you got coming up?
All right. I got some quick ADD thoughts to wrap this all up.
Hit me.
Nice and beautifully. Okay. One, we got the first one done, 204.1 miles an hour. That's insane.
Yes.
Second of all, Costa Mesa Speedway is back.
Yes.
Please support the Oxley family. Really good turnout last week. I did see a little bit of hubbub online because the prices of general admission did go up from $20 to $30. And two things. One, that's not an immense amount of money, but I do realize that money's not unlimited. So as a peace offering, XSRA on YouTube, they stream the races for free online. So please come out and support the races when you can. And if you can't, they're free on YouTube. So shout out to those guys for hosting the races. That's awesome because not everybody can spend $30 on 10 races a year. I totally get it. So thank you to those guys for posting those races. Thirdly, special shout out and prayers to my friend Mike Mamick, who had a massive heart attack while playing hockey on Sunday night. Paramedic was on the ice, revived him, gave him the defibrillator. They got him to the hospital, had total cloggage in the heart. He's doing a lot better today and was actually able to speak. So just thoughts and prayers to Mike. He was like the neighborhood dad to me growing up. So just know you have a lot of people pulling and praying for you, Mike.
Absolutely.
And then lastly, humble pie. When I made fun of BC on last week's episode, I had the worst voice crack I've ever had in my life. And I decided to just keep it in because that's my own fault for making fun of BC. There you have
it. That's awesome. And man, you were on it. Rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid fire.
Oh, and I forgot one. I'm glad Jeremy's okay after that crazy experience coming out on the 40. So Jeremy, I'm glad you and your co-dog are seemingly okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you saw the pictures on his Facebook. So super gnarly. I'm so thankful they're okay. Things can be replaced.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, man. Dude, good call on the rapid fire. I thought of something while you were going through your list to interject, but I didn't want to slow you down, and now I can't remember what it was. What was point 2?
Point 2 was Speedway.
Costa Mesa Speedway. If you have not been to a live speedway, spend the money, cheap son of a. It's worth it. It's unbelievably good time, great action, so many different. I mean, it's just a flat out good time.
Just wild. And there's, I think, maybe 6 places in the United States that run Speedway. So unless you want to go to Europe, please support Costa Mesa Speedway. It's my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and 3 nephews were even there, and they're not even motorcycle people because it's becoming a family tradition for even them. So check it out.
And I'm going to throw this out there and surprise Cole.
Uh-oh.
Because I know Cole has paid for his seats for the year.
Yes.
Yes. So if you are a loyal listener of Along for the Ride, you hit Cole up
Yes.
at the Premix Podcast on Instagram,
I will
and
make sure you get in that gate.
he will make sure you get a place to put your butt.
Absolutely.
You won't need it, but yeah.
Yeah, good point. But yes, absolutely. I'll put my money where my mouth is. Absolutely. It's support Costa Mesa Speedway, support racing, support the Oxley family. You nailed it.
Yep. Yep. Amen. I want to give an extra shout out because I towed the trailer this week. I want to give an extra shout out to my boy Jeremy out at Trailers Direct of Springfield and his team. Things still tows beautifully. I'm not wearing tires. Dude, exceptional work. If you're in the Midwest, you need a trailer or trailer work, give them a shout at Trailers Direct of Springfield. Um, I want to give a shout to my buddy Chester up there in Tulsa. I worked with him at the Tulsa AMA Arena Cross Championship presented by Kicker Race, and he's a dealer up there. Just he's become a loyal listener, and I'm greatly appreciative. We always should give a shout out to our boy BC for just hitting every episode as soon as it comes out, buddy.
Yep.
Thank you so much. We are growing. We're not growing huge, but we are growing, but we are having fun doing this.
And we're not losing listeners except for the French, but
Well,
is that a loss?
eventually they'll give up and come back. I don't know. The FIM might be unhappy with us, but I don't really care.
Yeah, we're not racing tomorrow, so.
Yes, correct. So, with that, Cole, what do you got for schedules?
Just the more race this weekend, and then after that, May 21st, Jake has a Grand Prix at Glen Helen, and in between then, I do not know.
Awesome.
Lots of speedway. Yep.
Jake, get up on that spin bike, dude. You're gonna be at the Great Glen Helen. You gotta rep it good, bro.
Hollowed grounds. He's won races there, so let's keep that going.
Sing it, preacher. Sing it. Yeah, man. So we covered Speedway. Good. I was doing shout outs. Yeah, boy. I think we're about wrapped. I had another shout out I wanted to give, and I kind of lost it.
We'll write it down, and it'll be the first one on next episode.
Right. At that point, before we close, we want to be sure and give a special shout out to Kelsey Morel Film. Find her on Instagram at Kelsey Morel Film. Send her a message. Line her out if you need anything from TV commercials done to videos produced to videos made to stuff made for social media. She's got you. Look her up. Instagram at Kelsey Morel Film. Of course, the Premix Podcast and Cole shooting the desert racing life. Find him on Instagram at the Premix Podcast. Don't forget to message him about his box at the
world famous Costa Mesa Speedway.
World famous Costa Mesa Speedway. Thank you. Of course, Kicker Performance Audio, always and forever living loud at kicker.com. All your car, truck, motorcycle, off-road, sandrail, golf cart, personal audio, and of course, marine audio needs. They got you handled. Kicker.com. And my boy Tommy and his unbelievably durable glasses, Bomber Eyewear, bombereyewear.com. Y'all should become part of the Bomb Squad. Come be cool. Own 10 pairs like the rest of us. They're affordable. They're tough. Everybody that I've turned them on to has come back to me and said how much they love them, how comfortable they are, and how tough they are. I wear the Boogie Bomb currently in a limited edition mono series with the polarized dark smoke lens in a OSHA approved ANSI 87 safety lens. Which what other sunglass company are you going to find that? And they're
Nowhere.
affordable. Yeah. Yeah. So man, in my new shipment, Tommy sent me out a pair of the Mono Series bombers in a blue mirror lens, and they go awful nice with that Kicker Marine Audio teal. I'm going to tell you. So pretty damn rad. Check them out. The Levi's of sunglasses. They're durable. They're affordable. You should have 10 pairs. BomberEyewear.com. I do want to say thank you to our listeners. We're grateful for you. Thanks to my mom and dad. I got a package from my parents yesterday that I've been wanting to get my family, the Morrell family coat of arms, because it needs to be on my left calf to match my Mad Dog on my right calf.
Dude, nice.
And I received that. And not only that, with that, see if I can make it through. Y'all hear me talk about my grandpop all the time and the huge influence he was in my life. With that, they included the handwritten letter from 1972 from my grandpop when he mailed the coat of arms to my pop.
Wow. What a moment.
And it is the only thing that I have currently of my grandpops. And it meant a lot to me.
Yeah, it's a big deal, dude. It's a big deal.
It is. It is.
A lot of pride in the coat of arms.
For sure. For sure. So with that, folks, Cole, rapid fire, red or blue?
Red.
That was not rapid. You said Skittles, M&Ms.
Skittles.
Cheetos, Fritos.
Cheetos.
Salsa, queso.
Queso.
Okay, so Mad Dog out.
Later.